Hey everyone, welcome to the Sanctum. This is AL, and today we're going to talk about happiness, where to find it. So, we're going to do a little bit about that today because of the fact that a lot of times we think that happiness is all wrapped up into finding our soulmate, our twin flame. And there's a little bit more to that. There's always a road to be traveled. So my goal is to help you know, how do you get to this place of happiness, this place of contentment. How do you get to this point where you know that you're going to be happy? See, because happy is a process. Happy is working through the bullshit, working through the nonsense, and getting to a point where you learn to let go of the crap, let go of the past, and you learn to find happiness. Sometimes happiness is, hi puppy, welcome to the party. You learn to, yes, the Shango has decided to arrive for the party. Hi, my little happy puppy. Yes. Are you feeling better? Did you have a good nap? Yeah, you see you can't get in because the computer's in the way. Ha ha ha. So, I've drawn some cards. We're using the Enchanted Map Oracle, the Eternal Crystals, the Moonology card, and the Fairy Tarot deck today. We may add in some more. We may add in either, we may add in another deck depending on how it goes. But I'm thinking that the cards that I pulled like a good 6 cards or so, may just do the trick. So here's the deal. You can choose Selenite. See my nice big piece? Ah! I'm dropping it. And I hit my Girasol. So we have my big piece of Selenite. Also, thanks Benabel. I saw hers and I was like, I want a piece like that. My Super 7, which I adore. We have Opalite, and I have 2 smaller pieces now to go with that one, and then Blue Aragonite. So what I want you to do is, like I always ask you to do, I want you to close your eyes, think about what we're concentrating on is finding your happiness. And I want you to inhale. That's right. And exhale and open your eyes. And let your eyes go to whatever deck you're pulled to, whether it be by crystal, deck itself, whatever works your way. And we're going to get started. Okay. So we're going to do the Selenite first. Beautiful Selenite. Cleansing. I love this piece. This piece is just, I think this is probably becoming my favorite piece. I have a piece that's a pencil, I have a block, and then I have a small round piece. And I think this is becoming my go-to worry stone. And I'm realizing that I want some more of these in different shapes. Like I have my Amazonite piece like that. And I have my Mookaite like that. And now I'm like, oh, see my little shungite. No, I take that back. That's Sugarlight. I'm like, I want more like this. It's so pretty. So let's take a look and see what you need to do to find your happiness. Now, this is not to say that you won't find a soulmate, guys. Now, what this is what do you have to do to get to a place where you'll be able to find this person, or to find a place where you can be where you'll be able to be aligned enough to find your soulmate. Because a lot of people think, oh, soulmate, they'll come to me, period. Well, what happens if you haven't done the work to be good enough for your soulmate? Yeah, you haven't done the work to be in a right state of mind or a right place for your soulmate. What happens if you're already married, but your person that you're married to is not your soulmate? Maybe you married a heartmate. I'm just saying. I mean, come on, let's be real. So, let's be honest. What do you do? What happens if you're not happy right now? What happens if you're living your single life, you're depressed, and you're whatever? Are you really in a good place to be ready for a soulmate? Hell no, you're not. You're basically at this point. Nah, dude, nah. Y'all need to get real. It ain't gonna happen. You're basically at this point asking your soulmate to do all the work, and that's not how it works in the game of love and long-term relationships. This is not a Prince Charming thing. This is a get off your ass and do the work so you'll be ready for whatever's about ready to come for you. But in the meantime, you still have to find your own happiness. Happiness is what it's meant to be. You are complete. You need to be complete within yourself before you can be part of a relationship. So let's find out what you're going to do. Yep. You just on this pentacle trail. Hopping down the money trail. Hippity boppity. Huh? Well. Okay. First things first, we're going to have to work on our root chakra. Home. Root-related quartz. So you got some home issues that you need to deal with. You need to work on being a good home for yourself, for others. Maybe some of you have had bad home life growing up. Some of you also have been in a position where right now your home life sucks. Whether it be you're on your own, or maybe you are roommates with somebody. Things aren't really as kosher as you wish it would be. You really need to work on it, because here's the thing. Your home life also consists of you, your internal world and your external world. Your external world can suck, but your internal world is what you make it. So you want your external world to change, you need to change your internal world. So you need to work on this chakra, because your root chakra, if your root is actually based in a more positive frame of mind, a better mode, you become better. And then when you become better, the stuff that other people are doing won't affect you as much, because you will have a strong foundation and a stronger base. So then you'll be able to turn around and go, oh, and then they'll try to do stuff to knock you off your base, but then they'll be like, oh, well, this isn't working and that's not working. And then they slowly turn because you're turning. And so then what ends up happening at that point is things start leveling off and start turning for the better. So if you don't react, then they stop. It's something that happens a lot more often than you think. That thing is Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair is all about facing that big scary beast within and without. Within us, we always have a part of us that we're afraid to go to, a part of us that we're afraid to deal with. And when that happens, we really, honestly, truthfully, really need to ask ourselves, what part of ourselves are we afraid of? What part of ourselves are we trying not to face? Is it because we're truly afraid of ourselves? Or is it something of our own making that we don't want to deal with? Because sometimes we make our own problems. This is Numite. This is for sorcery. This is something that those who work magic, and a lot of times it's a grounding stone, and I wanted to bring it out since we're doing with cleansing. We're dealing with specifically with this particular deck, and actually with all of them, because I think this is going to become important with finding happiness. We gotta face our fear. Fear is like a dragon. Some of us really love dragons, but we don't like facing our fears. We don't like confronting the issues, especially issues we create, because then we have to admit we fucked up. So repeat after me. I fucked up. I have to fix it, and I can be better. So it's not easy, and you don't always have to say it out loud to anybody else, but you do need to say it in a mirror to yourself. I fucked up in the past. I made my own bed in this. I'm in this position because I screwed up. Now I need to fix it. This is what I have to do. And it's okay. So that's the first thing you have to realize. It's okay. Facing the dragon, going to the dragon's lair. Remember, dragons also have tremendous wealth. The good you do does come back to you. 6 of Autumn. An unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. So you need to realize that by facing that dragon, facing that risk, will benefit you. You will have an inflow. Facing a chance of a perhaps job that you think may be above you, or a job that you think that you might be below you, may actually benefit you in the long run because you tried for it and they find out you're overqualified, but they actually have a job coming up that's actually right up your speed. And they go, hey, look, you're overqualified for this job, but we actually have a job coming up in 2 weeks you'd be perfect for. Would you consider doing that job instead? You don't know unless you face it. Do it. Sometimes it's about getting income. Sometimes it's about facing the reality of your situation and realizing you've got to do what you've got to do. Have faith in your dreams. Finding happiness means having faith. Shango, no. Come here. Come on. Come on, short stuff. Boy, it's been paper driven like nobody else's business. Come on. Sit. Thank you. Sit down. I love you. Yes, I know. I know. So, hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. Are you feeling kind of cranky and irritable and crazy? You are. You're feeling crazy, aren't you? You are crazy. So you need to have faith in your dreams. You have to realize that your life is changing. Your will is changing. Your happiness depends on believing that you can. Have faith in the dreams that you want. Shango! Dog! Hi! You are not supposed to be under there. But mommy, there may be stuff for me over here. No, there's not. Get out. But you need to be able to go forward with that. That's what the 8 of Autumn also brings out. Pentacles. Do more research before proceeding. Education in form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, and long-term projects. What are you doing as a long-term project for you? To better yourself, to find your happiness. Are you doing seminars? Are you reading self-help books to basically help yourself? Because we all need to help ourselves. There are things that pop up that we need to fix. Sometimes we don't always have to go to therapy, or we don't always need to turn around and face the music on certain things, but we do need to better ourselves. Find that happiness by doing certain things. It could be something as simple as taking a simple course in writing for fun. It could be a course in cooking, becoming a better cook, and finding that we really truly have an awesome skill. And maybe it might be the start of something better for us that we never conceived of, that can make us better. So you need to think about this. Reason with yourself. Find out truly what you are meant to be doing with yourself, because you might be unhappy because you're not doing what you truly love. You're doing what you think will make you more money. Money ain't everything, honey. And people who tell you that money is the only thing, are usually people who have money, and so it's their only thing. Money does buy happiness when you have tons of it already. Money doesn't buy happiness when you're not in that boat. But when you do have happiness, money flows better. Because you truly are believing what you do, and you believe in yourself. And that's the truth. So you really need to think about it. Once you find that, you're going to find that you're going to have a windfall. You're going to have great advice coming your way. You're going to get assistance and from others that you never expected. You're going to find a happy change in your career and in your life. Your life is going to start progressing on a happiness factor that you've never considered. Why? Because you started making these changes. You faced your fears. You've turned around and you've dealt with your home issues that have been holding you back this whole time. You've started progressing and making changes, small incremental changes in how you perceive yourself, how you perceive others, and the way you go about your daily life that is now making you more available, making you more stable, because stability is huge. So you want to make sure you do that. And more importantly, you're going to start riding that wave to happiness. Will it mean making that you might meet your soulmate at that point? Yes, you could. You also may find that you like being alone for a little while. You might like just dating for dating self until you are truly, really ready. And that's okay. You don't have to be with your soulmate right away. You may be enjoying this part of your life with finding this happiness and enjoying getting to a point where you're like, you know what? I'm not quite ready for my soulmate, but I'm ready for my heartmates to come in my life and prepare me now, because I'm finding I'm happy now. And once I get to that point in my life where I'm ready for that next step of my soulmate, I'll know. And that's what it means for you. So, selenite, there you go. So, let's do the next one. Super 7. Let's see what you're on the road for happiness is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Especially when I started seeing the other ones. I knew it was going to come. Alright, Super 7, we need to talk. First off, you need healing. It is a time for healing for you. So what we're looking at right now for you is that it's all about you. It's about your time for making some changes, for actually coming into your own. Is this a bad thing? No, it's not. But you need to heal. You've got some past issues that are bubbling up slowly but surely, and you realize that you're wide open to dealing with this. It has been on your mind this year with all the other changes going on in your life, changes that you've been seeing around you in the world, changes that are affecting you directly. And you realize that certain things are bothering you and are affecting you in such a deep manner. You need to change. And we know that it is happening because it's the Empress. It's all about taking action. It's the power of creativity. It's about having success that allows for a life of luxury. And by a life of luxury doesn't mean tons of huge money. We're talking about, although tons of money I'm all for, hey. But it does mean, honestly, truthfully, it means that you can have the life that you want to live. It means having enough money for bills and vacations and putting money away for retirement. It means having that cushion that you've always dreamed of. It means that you won't have to feel like you are alone in this world. So you need to listen to your heart. Actually start working on those issues. Use your third eye chakra. Use your spirit guides. Fluorite is a huge factor with that. If you don't have fluorite, pieces of fluorite, you need to get some. Okay. Fluorite is awesome for working with. They are two stones that you would learn to cherish, especially if you have a couple pieces on your desk. You will learn that it helps you to feel more balanced, access that energy for your spirit guides, but also to give you some clarity. And clarity is huge for you because there are choices that you have to make. Notice that the colors there also reflect the colors that are in fluorite. Those choices are going to be there for you to decide, hey, how do I want to work this? How do I want to do this? Do I want to deal with X, Y, and Z, or do I want to work with PDQ? And those things are going to be the ones that are going to be there to help you make decisions now and in the future. We're also looking at the Nine of Summer. Nine of Summer for you is all about wishes coming true, dreams being fulfilled, a magical time of life. So we know happiness is in store and can be easily achieved for you. We're looking at the concept here of that you're already aware that you need to find your own happiness. And things are coming up that have been bothering you and have truly kind of been, you've been wondering, what do I need to do? How do I go about it? Are there things that I can possibly do to make it easier for myself and make my life a little bit more simplified? And this is what's coming up for you. So you already know it's time to make some choices. It's time to work your process. So you are on the right track. Go ahead and be open. Open up your arms. Accept the things that you need to accept. Get rid of the stuff that's not working. And get yourself in place. You've got all this intuitive work and a lot of this emotional work you can do, and you will accomplish for your happiness. So there you go, Super 7. Yay, Super 7! Opalite. Opalite, your road to happiness. Let's talk about it. All right. So, you need balance in your life. Opalite. Copper. All about conductivity. It's all about the way that energizes. So you need to work on your throat and your heart chakra. Your heart chakra's been closed. Very, very closed. You aren't talking. You aren't communicating your needs, and you're not communicating and being open with your friends or family the way you need to be. So first off, boo hiss on you. Okay? Boo hiss on you. You need to find balance. You're being very off balance, and you need to start expecting change. Change has already been there, and you've already seen changes, and you are making great change. You've already made some changes that have been very powerful and have already been beneficial, but you're not keeping it up. You're not being balanced and towards it. Things that have happened, you're not rolling with them and you're not dealing with them. And especially if they've been negative in the sense that they have been very sad or have been bothering you, you're not dealing with them correctly, and that is on you. You've been basically into the unknown. You've not been dealing with those things. So you've been out of balance. You've been juggling. You've been trying to deal with things. You need to start bringing more fun into your life. And you're like, fun? What? What's this? I don't understand. Fun, you know the concept. You need to start dealing with it. Okay? I don't give a shit whether you like it or not. Fun is part of being human. You're not a robot. You're not a Vulcan who is extremely passionate, extremely emotional, but have gone through a training to sublimate their highest of passions, to be more logical, so they do not enact their passions and cause war with each other and death. So please remember that part. Natch, natch. So you, my friend, need to remember you're juggling too many priorities, and you need to start willowing them out. Winnowing them out and getting down to the basics of what is part of your life, what is not part of your life. Friends are part of your life, and you need to freaking have them because they're going to need them. Why do you need them? Because you need to come to life. Life means friends. Life means happiness. Life means that you need to be a part of life. You cannot live in this world and not have to deal with people. Being a part of this world means you have to live in it. It means that you have friends and they count on you, they love you, they deal with you, but God bless it. You need to start somewhere. Open yourself up. You need to take action. You need to develop your confidence. You can successfully manage things. That is what the Prince of Spring is telling you. It's about blooming. It's about coming to life. It's about taking change as it comes from winter to spring. Leaving behind the old stuff that doesn't work. And stepping forward. Taking charge. Being more self-confident in yourself. Just like the Princess of Autumn is telling you that you need to be okay and happy about what you're choosing for your career. You also need to make sure that you're going to be happy about your relationships in life, that you're going to be well thought out on things that you do and your life. You need to be more studious on yourself and be real, because you haven't been real about yourself. You've been basically cutting out parts of yourself and thinking, well, if I don't think about this, I don't have to deal with it and I'll just move on. Except you thinking you're cutting it out, you're not. It's bubbling through. So you trying to box it and put it in this little box and thinking you don't have to think about it and I can block it out and not remember any of it. Well, you still remember it. Your body remembers it. Your psyche remembers it. You just don't have immediate recall. So everything you do is being directed by that box. So it's time to deal with the box. Okay? So break it open and deal with it. Everything that's going on right now is dealing with the boxes that you haven't dealt with. So you need to deal with it. Otherwise you don't get cheerful. You don't have a balanced life. You don't have success. And every problem you've ever had is basically your own damn fault, because you never learned how to deal with it in reality. It's not everybody else's fault, it's your own. You chose not to deal. You chose not to go ahead and make the changes. You chose not to go forward. You chose not to come to life. You chose not to figure out how to make balance. You stayed in the unknown, blind, and decided that you didn't want to deal with anything. Well, change is here, baby cakes, and you have no choice. Without balance, you're going to throw yourself into a pit you will not get out of. So, tell me, don't you want balance and to be happy? Does it mean you won't find a soulmate? No. If you do what you gotta do, you'll find happiness. You'll find the different colors of the rainbow inside you. You'll be able to ground yourself and soar to new heights. You'll be able to find yourself a place where you'll be conducive to a new level. So for you, Opalite, you have the toughest job so far. You have really have pinned yourself down. Nobody's done it to you. Oh yeah, bad things have happened to you. But it was your choice not to deal. Your choice not to deal with it directly and to take whatever help that was offered and actually put it to work in your life. That was your choice. Because had you actually put it to work in your life, you wouldn't be in this little area right now. You wouldn't be asked to call in effect balance of your heart and your throat chakra. So, get to work. You can do it. Okay. So now we're going to get the blue aragonite. Blue aragonite is calling for you. It's true. Let's see what's going to bring you to happiness. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, Blue Aragonite, we need to talk. Yeah. Major Arcana. Really, it's all about your internals. Great. So first things first, Blue Aragonite. Surrender to the divine. You got issues. You got issues, girlfriend. You got issues. It's about the full moon, which means basically everything that you have hidden is now being brought full force out in the light. You cannot hide it anymore. It's time to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm telling you. It's time to face the music. There are things about yourself that you have been putting off. You haven't dealt with. You thought, oh, it won't be so bad. I can just X, Y, Z and PDQ. And no, you cannot. Not no more. And we know this because it's time to take charge of your life. The Magician is all about the fact that you need to be able to do anything. You can manifest what you need to do. However, you have to take charge. You have to be willing to take charge. You have to be willing to say, I fucked up. Yeah, this is my shit. I own it. This is my shit. I did it. Yeah, this stuff happened and I failed to take care of it. But you do have the strength to overcome it. You're going to have to work at it. Can't do it alone. Gotta have other strength. Reminds that you have to rely on others. You may need a guiding hand. High Priestess, it's about intuition. You'll know who to take care of. Third eye chakra, amethyst, intuition. It's all about that higher ability of knowing who to trust, when to trust. Getting the right help. You may have to get help for this part to find your happiness. It's about that magic prayer that help me, please. Hear my call, hear my cry. It's also about your intention. What is your intent for happiness? Are you trying to find happiness because you truly believe that you deserve happiness? Or are you trying to find happiness because right now you think that it's going to make you a shortcut to getting X, Y, and Z? Your intention is going to belie exactly what you're doing right now. Have you surrendered? Have you really been honest with your intentions, with what is happening to find your true happiness? Or are you pretending to be happy because you're hoping that by the prayer that something somewhere is going to come out and just take it all away? It doesn't work like that. Look deep inside. Look at what's going on. But take action. Be honest with yourself. Be strong. But also know who to rely on to get the help you need. You've got this. You can do it. You can find your happiness. Happiness can be around the corner if you do what is required. It's not that hard to find. You just have to take the time. So there you go. Simple and easy. So Blue Aragonite, what we're looking at for you is simple. Look in your heart, look in your third eye, look at your intuition to guide you, to really, really bring you from a magic prayer asking for help, to give you strength to find the right people, taking yourself and being strong and saying, I did this, I messed up, I need X, Y, and Z. Shango, what the heck are you doing? No, come here. Can you leave paper alone? Come here. Sit down. Sit down. Come on. Surrender to the divine and use your intention to help bring your happiness to pass. You've got this. You can do it. And that's for you, Blue Aragonite. Alright, people. That is your pick a card for how to find happiness. So I hope it helped. I hope it gave you a little bit more of a depth analysis to give you some ideas to realize that there are things that you need to go about, things to recognize within yourself. One thing to remember is sometimes people do need help, whether it's yourself or others. And sometimes people get really close to bottoming out. So remember, if you're that person and you are at the end of your rope and you think there is only one way out, you're not alone. I've been there. You can't see my scars. Oh, you can a little bit. I tried to commit suicide when I was younger. Last time I tried, I was like right around 21, 22. Not 22. I was married. I was going through a very, very rough time. And I got help for a little while. And then I stepped back because of my ex being an ass. And I fought my way through. And I read self-help books. I worked on stuff. I faced a lot of my crap to a point. But when my mom died, a year after, I had a massive breakdown. Massive. I'm talking, I was out of work for 3 months on FMLA, which is a family medical leave. And for those 3 months, I was in therapy twice a week. And even afterwards, I was at therapy at least once a week to once every 2 weeks. And then once a month after that, after 6 months. And I'm telling you this for a reason. Happiness requires effort. It requires work. I went through therapy for over 5 years. Okay. I still have checkups. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Therapy saved my life. Had I not gone to therapy, I probably wouldn't be here. So when I tell you about facing your fears, when I talk about facing your demons, when I talk about facing the dragon lair, I'm not saying it because it's just a card. I'm telling you this from a personal level. Things I'm seeing in my head for you. I'm telling you this because I'm seeing this as somebody who has been in your shoes. I'm telling you this because it hurts other people besides you. It hurts you more than you will ever know. But in the end, therapy does work. Sometimes you may not need therapy. In my case, I needed therapy and medication. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you I don't. In fact, I'm still on medication. And I'm grateful, because here's the thing we found out. I have a chemical disorder. I have severe depression. To the point where with my chronic depression, it gets bad. I swing very, very low. And I've always watched for my depression over the years to make sure that I would see the lows before they came. Unfortunately, I didn't catch all of them all the time. So I'm on antidepressants specifically for that, and I get panic attacks. So I have medication for when things are very quick, very fast, and I get very upset, and I have been on trigger. I've been triggered a lot in the past couple of years. So I tell you this because the route to happiness isn't always easy. And I've been lucky. I've had some awesome friends. I have some great friends now. Shaw and Jen and Leslie and Silver. And Peggy, bless her. I have some fabulous new friends in my life. There's Jay, there's a few others in my old life, Dawn, and a few others that I don't often talk about. But let me tell you this. Getting better is hard work. It's a matter of choices. Make the choice to live. Make the choice to help yourself. I tell you this because being who I am and the abilities I have never been easy. Being who I am and what I am, finding happiness has been a very tough road. Accepting who I am has been a very, very tough road. I am not an easy person to be around at times. Part of it is being a Virgo. Part of it is the fact that I am a fixer by nature. I try to fix and make things better, and I can't always do it. And that's something I had to learn, and it was tough. But also being an empath and feeling the pain of others, it's tough. It is very, very tough. And I'm telling you out there, and I can feel a lot of you out there, it gets better. It really, honestly, it gets better. So do yourself a favor. Think about what the reading has done for you, what it's telling you. Think about the idea of where you need to step for you. Is it getting help professionally? Is it reading books? Sometimes reading books can help you in ways that you never thought. It's what helped me for the longest time, until I reached a point I couldn't do it that way anymore. And it's because I didn't realize I had a chemical deficiency. I didn't make enough of a certain chemical to keep my brain from sliding into depression. And I'm okay about that. I'm okay with being honest and telling you this. And it sucks. I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. I'm not going to tell you that it's not hard. Some days that I don't want to throw my pill containers out the window with all my other crap I have health-wise. But I'm telling you this because you are awesome people. Those who subscribe, those of you who watch this, who watch my videos, in passing a lot. You are awesome. You deserve the best. You deserve everything. Everything that I can possibly dream for you, that I see for you, everything that can possibly be done. All the happiness, all the joy. What are you sniffing for? Huh? I know. And I want to thank you all for the positive thoughts for my puppy. I know many of you have wished the best for him, and I appreciate that. He's now being just a regular pain in the butt puppy, and we'll find out in a couple weeks how he's doing. But I want to thank you. Thank you for you. And to tell you, if you ever get to that point of things being too tough, you are not alone. There are others who've been that far. So please, 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 please promise me that you will get help. Okay. Until next time. Bendithian.